What's going on, guys? So in this video, we're going to go over what real estate wholesaling is so you have a great understanding. And my name's Tyler Hawkins. I've successfully closed over 350 transactions, whether that being residential or commercial properties. Let's get started. So what is real estate wholesaling? It's simply going out into a market and finding and sourcing distressed property owners and placing those properties under contract below market value, which then you market those deals to investors to step in and close on the property for an assignment fee. And that's a really simple way of explaining what real estate wholesaling is. So step one is finding distressed property owners. Step two is putting it now under contract. In step three, you market the deal to your buyers. And four is to close the deal at closing through a title company or a closing attorney, depending on your state. So why wholesalers are valuable and what are the benefits to wholesaling? So you must understand investors, typically when we're focusing on houses, fix and flippers, they are very busy working on many projects, doing multiple flips a month. They do not have time to hunt down these properties. So they rely on wholesalers to go out and find those deals for them so that their business can keep generating. And they do what they do best, which is remodeling and repairing homes. So some of the benefits to wholesaling real estate, it's an amazing starting point to get into the industry. You also have the ability to work from home. You could even work in another state while living in another state as well. You can choose your own hours when you want to work. Little to no money to get started. You would need, $100 for earnest money, which earnest money is used when you put a property under contract, which we'll get into in a later slide. Potentially to generate at least $250,000 a year, which is what I was able to make my first year. And I truly believe if I can do it, anybody else can do it. It's not that difficult. So here's just the overview process of it all is find your motivated sellers, schedule a viewing, you need to evaluate the property and you need to comp the property, which means just finding comparable properties in the neighborhood that recently sold that were just remodeled and say it's the exact same house that you're currently looking at. So now you have an understanding on what the house can sell for. So then step four is to sign a purchase and sale agreement. Step five is to submit the contract to the title company or closing attorney with your earnest money. So then it becomes a legal binding contract. Once that's said, you then want to market the deal to your buyers, and there's many ways to find buyers. Seven, once you identify that buyer, you're now going to want to sign the purchase and sale agreement over. And eight, you're going to turn that into the closing attorney again, and they're going to coordinate the closing and reach out to the seller and buyer, make sure that there's a date and time that works best for them to come in and sign the paperwork, which then that day you will be wired your assignment fee. So finding distressed properties. Let's talk about what a distressed property is. So it's somebody who is looking to sell their property quick, fast, typically just for cash. And typically the reason you hear a lot of the times cash buyers is because bank loans take a long time. There's a lot of steps to it and they can't close as fast as someone that has cash. So that's why you'll see a lot of the times I say cash buyers and many other people as well. There are things such as hard money loans. Those are kind of quick as well. So hard money loans and cash buyers are wonderful. So a distressed seller can also be somebody just in a pre-foreclosure, or it's somebody, say, that inherited a property in another state and they have no desire to take it over, nor do they want to pay the taxes on it. So they rather just sell it quick for cash. So some strategies for finding these properties is using a software called PropStream. I use it. You can pull many type of lists on the property, such as like pre-foreclosures, homes that have liens on them, homes that are completely vacant, no one's even living in there, out-of-state owners, meaning, maybe they inherited the property and they're living out of state. So there's many ways and many lists to pull. Once you pull a list, you then need to skip trace it. So skip tracing is simply just getting the phone number and the email address to these property owners. And below, I put multiple different ways that now you can get in front of these people and talk to them, get them on the phone to schedule an appointment to get out there, such as you can cold call them, You can SMS, which is texting them. You can use online advertising, driving for dollars, doing direct mail. And there are many other strategies. Some are free, some you must pay for. Obviously, the ones that are free are going to definitely can get the job done, but it might be a little harder at first. So analyzing the deal, you're going to see the 70% rule a lot. And the 70% rule, your offer should ideally be around 70% of the property's value minus repair cost and your assignment fee. So determining the after repair value is crucial. This value can be found through comping, where you identify recently sold properties in the neighborhood that closely resemble the subject property after repairs. For instance, let's consider a property with an ARV of 200,000. Applying the 70% rule, we calculate 70% of the ARV, which equals 140,000, subtract estimated repair costs, let's say of $20,000, and let's say that you want to make $20,000 on your assignment fee. So that's how we arrive at the number of 100,000, and that needs to be our offer to the owner, and we need to get that under contract at. The fourth, so the four pillars are really important because these are going to be what you need to ask the every single seller, this is a must. You can't skip them. You need to get them all. So you need to understand, why are they interested in selling their property? You need to understand the condition of the property, and this allows you to understand, what the repair cost is going to be. Is this a major remodel, or is it simply just like you simply of just changing the carpets out and just a little paint job? All my questions in my coaching course, and I have responses you will get if you do join it. Step three, a time frame. We want to know when these people are going to sell, because a lot of these cash buyers, when they buy, the next day they want to get in there and start demoing and start remodeling right away. And then four is the most important one, is getting the price out of the seller. You never want to really submit an offer. You want to hear the seller's price first before you submit the offer. So building a buyer's list. So establishing a buyer's list, this is a key foundation for your business success. If you don't have buyers, it doesn't matter if you get the deals. So building up your buyers is probably the first step I would tell somebody when getting into real estate wholesaling, and understanding exactly what they're wanting to buy. So then you can then see a lens through their eyes and go find those properties and try to pull the correct list. Maybe they're only buying homes in a certain, say, 1950 to 1980. So you can go pull a list like that on PropStream. So it really sets the directions for your property searching. The next thing is, you definitely want to qualify these buyers, so there's no time wasters. A lot of times it could even be another wholesaler who's wasting your time, or it could be somebody who's just looking. So a lot of times when it's time to purchase the property, we tell buyers that they have to put a non-refundable earnest money amount, say of $5,000. So if they back out, you keep the $5,000. You do this to really, for them to really show you that they're serious, they're not going to back out. So ways to find buyers, there's many, many ways. You can also use the software I just spoke about, PropStream. But Facebook groups are amazing, utilizing PropStream, exploring batch leads, which is another software similar to PropStream, but it also allows you to text and do direct mail on it. So now marketing your deal. Marketing your deal to cash buyers. So you simply would make a little advertisement with all your photos. You would just give a brief description about the property, and you can utilize email blasting. Next to it, you'll see something called RE Simply. That's a customer relationship management software, meaning that's where you organize all your leads. For an example, because you're at some point you're going to get, say, 100 leads, right? And it's going to be very hard to keep up with it all. And that's what RE Simply is used for. It also does things, for an example, if somebody says, hey, call me or text me next Tuesday, you can set a reminder, and the CRM will text them a message that you previously saved on Tuesday. It's a great software. There's so many other things that you can do with it. For an example, you can text and call off of it. You can even do direct mail on it. It's really cool. Oh, and you can also send purchase and sale agreements and assignment agreements. Number four is to explore, Facebook groups to post your deals there. You can also use Facebook Marketplace at first, but I wouldn't really use it because there's a lot of times that the homeowners end up seeing it. Five is Craigslist ads. Six, Instagram. Seven, you can go to your local meetups and advertise your deals. So if you have any interested in learning more about real estate wholesaling and really deep dive into it and get started, I'm going to put a link below and you can schedule a free call with me for 30 minutes and we can talk. In my course, my coaching is going to truly help you and catapult your career. So below you're going to find my links, you'll get my contracts, I'll give you my scripts, a comp cheat sheet, one-on-one Zooms, discount codes to all these softwares. So none of it's costing you at first a lot. You can get your deal done so you don't have to pay for any of these softwares up say for the first month or two. You'll have access to my personal cell phone and I will walk you through your first deal, even your second one, and I'll keep doing it with you, of course. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure you're successful. So I'm not someone who would you someone where you sign up with and I just kind of leave you let you be and you're real confused. I'm there 24/7 for you. You got my phone. You can call me anytime. So if you're interested, click my link below. I would love to talk to you, even for free, if you just want to, pick my brain and just, get some more information. I appreciate it. Thank you.